Analyzing traces can get hard sometimes, but with Agent Zero, you can quickly understand what matters inside it. Here we're in the All Spans view, looking at errors in the selected time window. If I click on a failed post API checkout span, on the right hand side panel, we can already see the key context. Now if we click on view full trace, we'll open the full trace view. Even though this particular trace only shows a few spans, what we want to show is that Agent Zero helps us reason across the broader dataset of similar traces in the same time window. So from here, we can just click the Agent Zero button and it automatically generates a specific prompt for us. Notice how Agent Zero also includes the full context automatically. The namespace, the service name, span ID, trace ID, and the time range. Now, here's the answer we get back. First, Threadweaver gives an error overview, calling out the HTTP 404 gateway timeout and the fact that this request took about 15 seconds. That already tells us this wasn't a fast failure, it was a timeout waiting on something downstream. Then the root cause analysis explains why 504s usually point to the gateway or proxy timing out while waiting for backend services. So even if the error shows up at the proxy boundary, the real failure often lives deeper in the dependency chain. Next, it flags intermittent behavior. Only a subset of similar spans fail, which is important because it suggests this is more likely performance degradation or contention rather than a total outage. Then it moves into suspicious patterns, like inconsistent error status between parent and child spans. That's exactly the kind of detail that gets missed when you're starting at a long waterfall manually. After that, it gives us actionable debugging steps, starting with the things you'd check immediately, like downstream service health, resource exhaustion, and proxy timeout configuration. It also gives the deeper investigation paths, like correlating with systems metrics, reviewing similar failed spans, and looking for temporal clustering. And importantly, it doesn't stop at this single trace. It proposes follow ups that scale the analysis, like analyzing all checkout API errors in the same time window, comparing successful versus failed operations, and investigating downstream checkout performance. That's where the large traces value really shows up, turning one trace into a guided investigation across many traces. Finally, Agent Zero gives next steps we can click to continue the workflow without guessing what to ask next. As you can see, instead of manually expanding spans and trying to infer what happened, Agent Zero compresses the trace into a clear narrative, flags anomalies, and gives you the fastest path to the next question.